Though millions of Americans are already sheltering in place to help slow the spread, the streets of San Francisco have been largely empty since local officials issued an order not to leave your home unless absolutely necessary. Similar scenes are playing out in cities and towns all around the country.
California's governor is also warning that schools may be closed for the rest of the school year. The state of Kansas has already made it official. Just 2 weeks ago, there were 126 reported coronavirus cases in 17 states. Here's where we are now. The virus has spread to all 50 states. There are more than 6,300 reported cases, and at least 109 people have died. New York State has the highest number of reported cases. Mola Lenghi is in a quiet Times Square this morning. Mola, do we know if all the vigilance is actually working?
Well, Anthony, good morning. I mean, just take a look around. You know, Times Square, typically day or night, is a tourist magnet, packed with people. But now, rules closing non-essential businesses and limiting public gatherings, it seems to be having an effect. I mean, look, the streets are pretty bare here compared to what they usually are. But without national mandatory rules in place, many states and cities say they've been left on their own to figure out how to combat this virus.
Las Vegas is now a city without sin. The state's governor ordering all non-essential businesses to shut down, leaving the lights on the Strip, but the casinos, bars, and restaurants empty. Meanwhile, New York City saw the number of coronavirus cases surge past 900 Tuesday, up by more than 500 in just a day and a half. Mayor Bill de Blasio warned residents to be prepared to shelter in place.
It has not happened yet, but it is definitely a possibility at this point.
But New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said not so fast.
No city in the state can quarantine itself without state approval.
Still, it's already a step places like San Francisco have taken to slow the spread of the virus that's infected thousands of more people in the U.S. in a matter of days. Tuesday, a Florida city leader announced 3 deaths at a long-term care facility in Fort Lauderdale. And Illinois confirmed that at least 18 residents and 4 staff members tested positive at Chateau Nursing and Rehabilitation Center in the town of Willowbrook.
The 22 cases who are newly identified will have probably anywhere between 50 and 90 individuals that we'll have to contact.
Midway Tower is going HTC 0.
The FAA temporarily closed the air traffic control tower at Chicago Midway International Airport after several technicians were infected. And the Brooklyn Nets confirmed that 4 of its basketball players, including NBA star Kevin Durant, tested positive. The nation's top infectious disease expert, Anthony Fauci, says this will not be over anytime soon.
It probably would be several weeks and maybe longer before we know whether we're having an effect.
To help support the response, the Pentagon is giving 5 million respirator masks and 2,000 ventilators to the Department of Health and Human Services. Hospitals across the nation have been scrambling to make their medical supplies last.
Our first positive case came in last Tuesday, so approximately a week ago. And since then, we've gone through almost 6 months of supplies.
Well, businesses are increasingly encouraging social distancing. Uber and Lyft have suspended pool ride shares. The PGA Golf Championship has been postponed. And hotel giant Marriott is cutting employee hours or just putting them on temporary leave. The demand for hotels, guys, just is not there right now. But if there is a silver lining in this, Tony, Marriott says they will continue to pay their employees health benefits.
Well, that's something. A lot of people wondering just how long this is all going to last. Mola, thank you very much.